Welcome back to WRPL. It's the podcast where we're talking about all the things we were watching, reading, playing, and listening to. My name is Ben.
And I'm Steve.
Welcome back, Steve.
I didn't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the show. And Nick, who is also here, welcome back to the show.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
So this week we were talking about Nobody 2 and the first two episodes of Alien Earth. We got a bunch of stuff. Not a bunch, but since there's three of us, it always runs a little long. So good thing, Steve, you don't have much to talk about.
I took the week off for you guys.
Yeah. So, Steve, you got a dice ready?
I do.
All right.
20.
Are you serious?
20.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
17.
Okay, good scores.
Nick,
Good scores.
what do you
Get
got?
on in there, buddy.
80. 15.
All right.
Excellent scores all around. Top
The
notch
best episode this year.
All right, but I got to start with a little bit of news, and then I'll. Oh yeah, you only have the main topics really.
You're pregnant?
Okay.
I was thinking something like that.
No. So food news. I know we talked a little bit about it, but Taco Bell's got a new Mountain Dew Baja Midnight.
The purple.
Nick, have you had it yet?
No.
It sucks. It's disgusting. It tastes completely like medicine, and I know people say that about Baja Blast. And maybe because it's just purple, but I instantly taste great, but apparently it's passion fruit. I was like, I'll get through one, because I'm not going to drink more than one since they don't have a diet version of it. But I got halfway through it and like, I don't want this anymore, and I dumped it out, got the real Baja Blast. Nasty. I don't know how it got through the testing phases to this point, and like that's the one with I mean, maybe they're just out of ideas. They have a million flavors every single year, but this being
maybe it's
an
one of the
official one.
Maybe it's one of those things where like, oh, it's so gross that like it's a draw to people. Like, well, I gotta try it. Everyone's talking about how gross it is, or it's just actually it's just not for your palate, but it is for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, probably it's just that, but I don't know. Pass it. But they do have a new like steak burrito thing that's like $3. Pretty good. I really like that. And then the only bit of news, I don't have any trailers unless you guys have a trailer that you saw, was Terrence Stamp died.
Oh, that was today.
Yeah, that was today. Best known as General Zod from the original Superman movies, and also Chancellor Valorum from Phantom Menace, who Padme had a vote of no confidence in.
Yes, of course.
Plenty of other things, like he's one of those, that guy.
Sure.
Like a Rutger Hauer or the dude from The Exorcist, I can't remember his name right now. Just like, that guy. He's in a million things. And then you look at the IMDb and go, actually, I only really know him from about 3 things. But R.I.P., he was about 78? 87? 87.
Or 87.
87, I believe. I put it down on my phone. I just forgot to write it down.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yes, 87. Yeah.
He had a long life.
Yeah.
Yeah, good innings. All right.
Terrence, stamp of approval from us.
So I guess I'll go first. I'll go real quick. I watched The Knife, a small movie that never heard of, but it hit our theater, and I saw the 80-minute runtime, and I said, sure, why the fuck not? It's a story of a black family, husband and wife, and their 3 daughters. One is like an infant. And one night, a crazy white woman breaks into their house. He tries to calm her down, and then we don't see it, but when the wife wakes up, she's on the ground, and he's panicking, like, I pushed her, she hit her head, I think she's dead. We got to call the cops. And like, okay, the cops are gonna think, look at us and who the victim is. This isn't gonna go well for us. It's like, we just gotta tell the truth. I panicked and I pushed her, and that's it. And in the last second before the cops show up, the wife runs and there was a knife involved and puts the knife in her hand.
I would never guess.
Yeah. And then, so it's just suddenly this racist ass cop rolls up, and she's interviewing them one by one and catching them in their lies. And it's a good movie that tells its point. And I think, plenty of white people should probably see it, just to, understand what black people have to go through, even when they're completely innocent. But I wasn't really entertained. You could be entertained by Schindler's List. Horrible thing happening, but it's still an entertaining movie to a certain degree.
Sure.
You're captivated by the story and the
no.
characters, and you want to
I know
where
what
it
you
goes.
mean, but I think it's worded poorly. But go for it.
But I don't know. This felt really repetitive and slow moving, and it just didn't
That
really
80-minute
grab me.
runtime really dragged on.
I know, especially for 80 minutes. There just seemed to be these like real long, extended parts of silence, and I don't know. I didn't love it. The writer and director is the main lead in it as well.
Okay, good for
Everybody does a good job. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not for me. Not. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody except for maybe some curmudgeonly MAGA people.
Fair enough. So let's get into spoiler territory.
Okay, sure.
Does anything cool happen with the knife, or is it just called
No,
the knife?
no, she just kind of figures it out like, oh, I bet you put the knife in her hand. She didn't actually have it, and that's a felony and arrests the husband. And yeah, that's the end of it, really.
sounds like a real downer.
Not a happy movie.
Moving on.
Moving on. Nick, you got something I know.
I do have some stuff. Well, I guess I'll just do a movie first since you just did a movie.
All right.
I know you saw. I watched Red Sonja.
Oh yeah, I saw that you saw that, and I
Yeah.
saw that it was coming out maybe a week ago, and I said, "Ooh, I hope we get that." And it was like a 1-day thing.
One night, one showtime.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't look good, but I still would have seen it.
Yeah, I didn't know much about it, and I should also say that I've never seen the original. I like the Conan movies; they're fine,
Yeah.
but I'm not like a Conan head.
But there was like 7 Conan movies to get behind, but like we got 2.
Yeah,
Like,
and the
what
second
we got.
one's not very good.
Exactly.
But I've never seen Red Sonja. Just going back and forth with some people on my TikTok review, it seems to have a fan base, but it looks like garbage, and I'm surprised people are so like. I think they're probably viewing it with a nostalgia lens a bit because there are a lot of the people responding to my review, which I gave it the new one a 6.5 out of 10. Which, if you guys know me, is like relatively positive.
Yeah.
It's not
It's more on the positive side than the negative side.
correct, and I stand by that. But I had nothing to compare it to. All these people were saying like, "No, that's not my Red Sonja." I'm like, "You're right, it's not." She's like, "Is she even alive anymore?"
Yeah.
But I think it's clearly modestly budgeted, and looking into it, I can tell that it's been in development hell for a while.
I remember like China, the wrestler China was tapped to be Red Sonja.
I can see that.
Rose McGowan
Someone
at one
told me
time, but it's
that.
like, okay, are people just getting that mixed up? Because wasn't she in the Conan remake? Wasn't she like the High Priestess or something?
You would know.
All right, you keep talking, and I'll look that up.
I just know, like, at one point, like, Bryan Singer was gonna direct, and then he
Yeah.
had all that stuff he dealt with, I guess, some accusations, and I think it was at one point gonna be a big budget theatrical release, and that's not what we got. I couldn't find the budget reported anywhere, but if I had to guess, I did see one report about like 11 point something million, but it wasn't like
Okay.
official. I could totally see that.
Yeah, Rose McGowan was Marquis, Marique, in the Conan movie.
Well, this girl, the one that plays her in this is the lead from Revenge. I know she's been in a couple other things. I think she's good. I thought she was like my biggest praise of this movie, aside from the fact that if this movie did cost 11 point whatever million, every cent of it is on screen for sure. But my biggest praise is it's clear that everyone's taking it seriously. This is not like I don't think that they think they're in a garbage movie. I think they're trying their best. I didn't look into it, but I think the lead from Doomsday, whatever that girl's name is.
Oh, okay.
I think she's in it a little bit. She just looks
Not
older.
Kate Beckinsale.
Not Kate Beckinsale. Michael Bisping is in it. He's former UFC champion. He was in Naked Gun as well the other day.
Oh, okay. He's having a good year.
I have seen him in a lot of, especially martial arts movies. Trying to think. There's a prince in it that I've definitely seen in some stuff, but I didn't look up. It's a lot. Oh, and then the villain is don't remember his name, but Umbrella Academy, like kind of douchey guy, like kind of funny drug addict guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
okay.
he's like the villain, and he's good. Like everyone in it doing their best. But like I said, modestly budgeted, so it's like a sword and sorcery epic, but not that epic.
Yeah, okay.
But I still like there's a Cyclops scene in like a gladiatorial battle moment.
CG or
CG, and
okay.
it looks decent.
Okay.
It is an hour and 50 minutes, but I was never bored, so I feel like it's paced pretty well. Um,
That just seems like a streaming movie.
yeah, and I was thinking I never watched Damsel,
Oh, okay.
but I like if something like Damsel went to Netflix and then
Uh-huh.
this movie got at least a night in theaters, it's kind of like why?
Yeah.
Um,
K-pop doesn't get a theater. I mean, I guess it is
it
getting
did,
one.
and like I don't know if you look, not to get off track, but
Yeah.
K-pop has a shit ton of shows for those 2 days at our
Yeah.
theater, and like
Nice.
they're already pretty full,
Good.
so they should have.
It's one of the best movies of the year. It's
Yeah,
a whole lot of fun.
crazy. They definitely saw what they did, and they're like, oh shit,
Yeah,
we
we
should not
fucked
have.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, Red Sonja, like I said, don't have anything to compare it to, but I had a decent time with it. I'm sure it'll be streaming very quickly.
Mhm.
I'm not sure why they did just one showtime,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean,
And it wasn't a Fathom event or anything like
no,
that.
that's why I went
Yeah.
because there's a few Fathom events that we've all talked about.
Yeah,
I don't
the
want to.
Turtles
Yeah.
are in theaters
There's
now.
one this week I really want to see. We can talk about it when we talk about what's coming out.
Okay.
But yeah, I recommend it as a streaming thing. You didn't miss much seeing it in theaters, but I think it was decent.
All right, cool. Steve, I know you got nothing until our main topic, so skipping you unless you have something you need to say.
Get off your chest.
Let it all out, Steve.
I'm officiating my sister's wedding.
Oh, that's cool.
Woo! That's it. All right.
All right.
I always forget he can do that. That's a nice like little thing to have in your back pocket, you know. It's like it's not like a HVAC certification, but it's like
Yeah, it's not forklift certified.
but it's
My car
something.
breaks down, it'll do me no good. But if two people want to share their life together, I can make it happen.
It's a good like opener,
Yeah, like a
or
fun
it's
fact.
good fun fact about you.
Yeah.
You know. All right, I just got out of Americana like moments ago. The starring Paul Walter Hauser, Sydney Sweeney, Halsey, and what's his name? Simon Rex is in it.
Oh, yeah.
The dude from Euphoria, the dad that bangs Hunter Schafer.
Eric Dane.
Yeah.
Sure.
McDreamy. Or
That's not
McSteamy.
Is-
I think it's
There's a McDreamy and a McSteamy.
But he's
He's
not.
McSteamy.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
McDreamy is Patrick Duffy or whatever his name is.
Not Patrick Duffy. That's step by step.
I know exactly what
I forget the guy's name.
And Scuzzlebutt's leg is Patrick Duffy. Yeah, so I really kind of enjoyed this movie. It's not amazing, but I had a good time. It's very Coen Brothers-esque, but not as sharp, not as clever, not as interesting with the camera. It feels like it needs a bit more of an edge, some crazier violence, even though there's a good amount in it. Funnier jokes, wackier characters. It's very Pulp Fiction-y or Go or Weapons, where it's like told from different people's perspectives, but it's not as well put together. Like you start off seeing one of these bad guys get killed at the beginning, and then you see how he gets there, and it just doesn't play as well as other movies. I do really like Paul Walter Hauser and Sydney Sweeney in it. They're cute. She's got like this stutter and she wants to be a country singer and he just wants anyone to fall in love with him. He like on the third date, he's asking women to marry him. And they kind of team up for this thing. It was a nice and interesting enough movie, but it just didn't have that sparkle, that something. I'll still give it like a B minus because it's still a quality movie. Just needed a little more edge to it.
I was gonna skip it because I didn't really care that much. I don't know if you've inspired me to go see it based on that. But I will say, Paul Walter Hauser would be working. I forget the three, but like that's like the third or fourth thing I've seen him in.
It's Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic
He
Four.
had the movie like Luckiest Man in America that I think was released this year, but it may have been actually released last year. Naked Gun. Yeah, he's working.
And I just finished Cobra Kai a few months ago for the first time.
Sure.
And other than that Richard Jenkins movie or whatever.
Richard Jewell.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I hadn't even recognized him. So now I feel like I'm seeing him everywhere.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
You're next, Nick.
All right. Well, I'll do a show. I finished the second season, but I did a rewatch of the first two of Castlevania Nocturne.
Oh, not Andor.
Not Andor,
Okay,
no.
okay.
I think that show looks like terrible. So. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I am a big anime guy and a big animation guy, so I can be kind of harsh on anything that's like even remotely westernized animation sometimes,
Sure.
especially if we're talking about like fights being animated. But Castlevania, the first 4 seasons of that were a total exception. That show is incredible, and Nocturne is like almost as good.
And it's only these two series, right? I know
That's
there's a
all.
couple seasons of the first one and then this one.
Yeah, 4 seasons of Castlevania, and then Nocturne just finished their second a little bit earlier
Okay.
this year.
All
I
right.
don't know if we'll get another one, but the way it ends, we don't need another one.
Okay. Anyhow.
Oh, okay. You just saying "anywho" reminded me. I forget what episode it was. I was listening to. Usually, I'll fast forward through you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
But one of your episodes, I was like, man, if I was taking a shot every time one of these guys said "anywho," I would be fucking shit faced right now.
Yeah. It's like you just don't notice these things when you're talking, but then in the edit, there are times like you guys don't know how many times Steve coughs or clears his throat, I should say. And then they're all edited out, or at least most of them. It's like if Steve is not currently talking, his throat is closing up with mucus, and so I cut them all out. But sometimes a few get in there. But it's the transition of it getting to the next thing, and it's empty air. I got to say something. Anywho, all right, let's get to. Or what my idea in the very beginning was. My transition would always be, well, speaking of, and try to transition into the next thing.
That's what anywho is.
Yeah, but speaking of
Anywho
Paul
seems
Walter
like
Hauser.
I don't know what to say now. So.
Anywho, let's change direction. It's like when someone makes a really dumb joke and no one laughs, and there's a little bit of silence, you go, anywho, and ignore that person.
Yeah.
But, anywho, what were you talking about? Some movie or some shit? Oh, yeah, Castlevania.
Oh, yeah.
The Mistress of the Night.
Yeah, man. I won't say too much of it. Like, you already know the story of the first one. It's just, the Dracula, all that stuff. But this Nocturne, they're, like, trying to bring, like, this mega vampire god back. And season 2, same god, but, like, you learn that they're trying to, like, combine her with the soul of Sekhmet, like, this Egyptian god. And then a lot of other things happen. But they're only 8 episodes each, so, But, man. The second to last episode of season 1 and 2, but definitely 2, some of the most badass battles I have ever seen animated in my life. And I'm telling you, I've seen a lot. Like, I've seen a lot.
I trust you.
So fucking awesome. I was just grinning, like, the whole time. It's so well animated that you can see, like, you can follow all 3 characters fighting this character at once and what they're doing. And when you mix in, like, the whip being able to... He can make it go ice. He can make it go on fire. He can shoot ice. The one girl can summon beasts. She's doing all that while she's shooting.
The same characters from.
No, it's like 100 years later.
That's what I figured.
Alucard comes back, but obviously it's because he's immortal. It's just so fucking awesome. All their different abilities on screen at once. All the things they do with it. The deaths. I can't recommend it enough. I really think Nocturne and Castlevania are the two. They're the best video game adaptations I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't even really like the Castlevania games that much. Although every time I'm watching these shows, they're so fucking good that I'm like, God, I want to give them a chance. I really don't want to.
Too hard.
I want to play Aria of Sorrow. That's the one that I really want to play. It was like GBA, and it takes place in the future.
Okay.
I hear it's like one of the best ones.
Like Spaceship Future?
Not that far. But yeah, I don't know. I can't recommend it enough. They're so awesome.
Let's pull it up on the screen.
And I really thought Netflix was going to be like the home for video game adaptations. Like, we got a Tomb Raider thing, and they hate doing animation. It seems like they.
Well, I mean, the Devil May Cry, the only
sure, but it's like I hear every year they're like, we're cutting, funding for any sort of animated anything. Like, that's not the focus. That's not where we get our views from.
Yeah.
But
Lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean, they still exist. You're going to talk about one in a minute, but like, how much is them paying for it versus things that they purchase? So
yeah, and they definitely take into account, like, they can see obviously how many people are watching it. So that's why I was kind of surprised, because I don't know too many people that watch Castlevania, but we got 4 seasons of it, and then Nocturne, and then another season of Nocturne. Like, somebody's watching it, and that makes me happy, because even everything I just said, like Blue Eyed Samurai and Onimusha, I've only seen clips of. Devil May Cry, I started, I didn't go finish it, but I think Castlevania, as far as my personal taste and what I want to see animation, how I want to see it look and drawn, has better animation than all of those things. All of them.
Cool.
So yeah, awesome.
All right. So we're gonna talk. I know you have at least one more thing.
Yeah.
I don't have anything except for our main stuff, but we have something that we all watched. You let us borrow some movies.
Oh shit, I forgot. I mean, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it first, and I let him borrow it, and then he watched it. He still hasn't watched the one.
this.
That
You just want to watch After Hours.
Well, no, I do want to watch this. It's just like 2.5 hours. After Hours is 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll watch After.
That's fair.
So
That's
yeah.
good, because honestly, I only remember like one major scene from I Saw the Devil, because I saw this years ago. After Hours, way more fresh in my mind. So
Yeah, not as fresh. I mean, like it was about 3 weeks ago or something that I watched it. I watched it pretty quick.
a year ago for me, but
Like when you gave it to us, I watched it pretty quick after that. So I may be a little foggy on some of this stuff.
me too.
So we're talking about Martin Scorsese's After Hours. I didn't look like what he did before this and what he did after, like if this was sandwiched in between
pretty
bigger
early.
things. Yeah, it looked like it was
After
pretty
Taxi
early.
Driver, I know that.
Okay. So yeah, the first half hour of this movie, I was like, oh, Nick, what
Really?
the fuck is this? This is taking way too fucking long to get anywhere. But as soon as he starts acting like a piece of shit to her, they like smoke the joint, and
In
he's
the
just
apartment.
like, and he's like, fuck this stuff. You know what? Fuck you. I'm getting out of here. Then it starts picking up because the silliness.
Once he starts trying to get home.
Trying to get home,
turns into
that's
the Odyssey.
yeah. It gets real goofy, and that's one of my problems. I'll say I really like this movie. I thought it was really fun. A lot of fun characters and situations, and lots of stars that it's like I'm surprised fucking Cheech and Chong were in the movie.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's walking this line of, do I want to be taken a little serious, like a good time, or is it Dude, Where's My Car? And really kind of goofy out there things, like him being in the plaster, it's like real goofy stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know if it would be better if it tipped one way or another, or if it's better being this kind of absurd thing that probably would never happen to this degree, but it's still kind of plausible. But yeah, I had a really good time. Steve?
Now you got me on my head about my goddamn coughs. Anywho, no. Yeah, I like this movie. I'm of the three of us, might be the biggest Scorsese head. But this is one of the few that I haven't seen, so I was excited to see it. And yeah, I think it's good. I think it still holds up all these years later. I'm kind of in the camp with you where I kind of. Because the only thing I remember from this movie, like when I've seen it across the years, is I just want to know the poster. Like I didn't really know what it was about.
The like pinching head.
The pinching head one, yeah. And so it's just like, a guy like goes to meet up with a girl, and the night gets crazier and crazier. And so like I just kept waiting for the movie to get like real crazy, and never quite got there. It was all like pretty plausible.
Yeah.
Although like the idea of meeting. Like every person you meet is like a weirdo, and
crazy, also interconnected with each other.
Yeah, but it is like the only 8 people who seem to be awake at 4 a.m. in New York City,
which is weird.
Yeah,
it's fucking New York City.
Like anytime there's an exterior shot of him walking around, I was like, there's got to be like other people. Like I understand
it's a city that never sleeps.
Yeah, I understand it's super late. I don't know what the 70s were like, but it just seems like there should be other people out here.
Yeah, at least. Homeless, like if at the time it's people don't go out on the road because it's dangerous.
Sure,
we would see some of that, but nope, it looks abandoned.
But I also appreciated and I don't know if it's plausible, but everyone was also like kind of nice at least. In it. Like he goes into that bar, and the guy's just like, "Hey man, you go to here's the keys to my house. You go there, get this thing, come back, and now you have bus fare." Oh, this lady who wants to sleep with him. She seems a little odd with the beehive lady. You can come up to my apartment to like crash if you want to. Like everyone's just like kind of trying to help him out, even if they have maybe like an ulterior motive. But I was just like, oh well, isn't this nice? Like I feel like I couldn't go into New York and someone's just like, hey man, here's the keys to my apartment. I'm like, well, who's there waiting to chop me up?
Yeah.
You know? So like all that stuff like made me kind of nervous. It's like people aren't this nice anymore, are they? I don't know. But I thought it was all pretty fun, and a young Catherine O'Hara was crazy to see. And Cheech and Chong in anything kind of like takes me out.
Yeah.
And it's so weird to see them in a Scorsese movie. Like it's kind of cool that they did this, but they're just kind of like playing themselves again. It just seems like, oh, you added cartoons to a Scorsese movie. That's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this was like before they were like really like Cheech and Chong.
I think they had their bits, but they didn't have their own movies yet.
Yeah. So I'm sure at the time it maybe wasn't that distracting, or maybe people didn't really know who they were. But like looking at it now, it's like
it'd be like
Chong in this
if
is
Pee Wee
so
Herman was
weird.
the bartender, you know.
But yeah, and I think all the really weirdest stuff is the like goth bar or whatever it was that he goes to.
Gotta have a mohawk to get in.
Gotta have a mohawk to get in, but then he like gets invited to the party that only him and this other lady show up for. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck is all this about? Like, I thought this is okay. This is the part we're finally getting to like the super weird shit, and it's just like some old lady who, not old lady, but you know she was older than him, and they just like have a nice slow dance, and then but she turns out to like try and murder him for some reason, kind of at the end.
Wasn't she just helping him hide?
She was helping him hide, and he's like, all right, well, get me out of here now. And she's like, oh, I gotta go make sure they're gone, even though they're clearly gone. I thought she was like gonna leave him down there to die.
Maybe all of her things were people in disguise. Maybe that's her MO.
So when he shows up to the girl's house, and the hot artist lady is like working on the statue with paper mache, did you think someone was in there?
No, I didn't have an idea of
okay,
that.
I just thought like because they kept showing it and then you're seeing other plaster stuff, I was like, oh, there's got to be like some sort of, this is a Scorsese movie. There's going to be some sort of like deeper, seedy underbelly thing happening here, but it never came back up. But I didn't realize that was the I forget the actress now, but she was from Dogma. She was the lead in Dogma.
Fiorentino.
Yeah,
right?
is it Linda?
Linda Fiorentino, I think is her name.
Yeah,
but
she looked great in this
movie. Everybody is just like, oh, it's that guy. Oh, it's that guy.
I only really remember her from Dogma, and you know, she's a lovely woman, but just
she's a huge bitch though.
Seemed very plain in that movie, and then it's like here she is this like punk rock artist chick. I'm like, damn, she looks good. Anyway, good time after hours. I would say it's of Scorsese's work. It's not like I wouldn't say it's more of a must-see than a bunch of others, but I love that it's a tight 90 minutes. It's a simple story. It like still has all the Scorsese like camera movements, but it's not like overtly flashy. It's very
like the movie starts and you get this instant sweeping shot through the office, and I was like, oh, we're in for a ride, and then it kind of calms down.
Yeah, it's
except for that hectic taxi ride.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, all in all, like I think this is a good, like if you're trying to get into cinema and like old school filmmaking, and this is like your first Scorsese, or you wanted to get into Scorsese, this is a good like starter one. And then you can get into his like bigger work. But After Hours I think is good, holds up. B plus.
My favorite joke, he's like hiding from the Tasty Freeze and then the mob of people who thought he broke into all the apartments, like the gay mob. There's a lot of gay people in this too. I was very surprised. Leather daddy gay people.
I think my favorite joke is he's having a normal conversation with the bartender while the two like village people were behind him just like squeezing each other's nipples and making out, and like no one addresses it. No one's bothered by it. Like in other movies I feel like, oh well, this would have to be like a gay bar thing, but at no point it's like it would
be a huge joke. And,
especially like I'm shocked to see this in a Scorsese movie because I don't think he like ever really tackles like gay culture or anything and all this stuff, and it's like really thrown in your face. Good for you,
Yeah.
Scorsese.
So yeah, my favorite joke is he's hiding and he looks over and there's a husband and wife fighting and she shoots him and he goes, "Huh, I bet I'll get blamed for that one too." It's like, and I like everything else is connected, but this is this one other thing that they probably could have connected in some way.
Mhm.
But it's like, nope, just this other. There's other things going on in this world, not just what's going on with him. But I found that very funny. Yeah. So good recommendation, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any expectations of what either of you would think of it. I didn't laugh as much when I watched this movie. I know it is like a dark comedy, whatever, black comedy. I find the whole movie to be kind of fascinatingly stressful.
Yes.
Just like, and I like that about it. Like, it's just like, oh my God, will somebody just properly help this guy
Yeah.
get home? I think one genre, because I stumbled across this movie after seeing Eyes Wide Shut, and I just fucking love that movie so much. So I was just like, movies like Eyes Wide Shut. And it was something on there, and I was like, oh, I've heard of that. Scorsese. Definitely want to check that out. I got around to it eventually, and I totally see why that comparison is made. I've heard this movie being referred to as like a subgenre of like yuppie nightmare or
Okay.
something like that. And I kind of dig that, I think.
Mhm.
I think that's what I like most about it. Just following this guy's odyssey one night, just dealing with all this stuff, trying to get home, all the weird things that happen to him, and then it just wraps up right back. He literally gets dropped off right
at
where
work.
he like started. Yeah, I really love this movie. I don't know where I would rank it. It's hard to rank it in the rest of his movies because it's so different. And I would have liked to seen it when it came out, just because like what Steve was doing, I think might be hard to not do, which is like to compare it to all the stuff that he went on to do. Like I same as him. I never expected there to be like a body in there or anything. Like I actually kind of forgot it was a Scorsese movie. Like while I was watching it, because I don't think he's dipped his toe in something like this really, other than this. Yeah, so I don't know where I would rank it, but this genre of movie, just following one character through a night of just crazy things, which is very much Eyes Wide Shut. Really one of my favorite things, and it's a movie that I would recommend, and I'm sure both of you did this, is watching by yourself at night, probably in the AM hours.
Yeah.
I think I just knowing your guys' schedule, and that's exactly what I did. And yeah, I still think about this movie sometimes, and just talking about it, I kind of want to watch it again. I can't even put my finger on exactly why it resonates with me so much, but yeah, I just really, really, really like this movie. And I never made the connection that he's one of my favorite artists, even if I don't love some of his stuff in the last few releases. I never made the connection that The Weeknd has an album called After Hours. And then like there's even like a post that he put up on Instagram before where he has the poster up. This is long before I knew what this movie was. So yeah, I can see that because a lot of his things that he likes, I really like as far as like pop culture and stuff. So yeah, I really fuck with this movie.
Yeah, so he did Raging Bull, then King of Comedy, then After Hours, then Color of Money.
Where's Taxi Driver? That's after all that?
Taxi Driver is earlier. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, it's like Taxi Driver, New York, The Last Waltz, then Raging Bull. So, but yeah, what you were talking about, like, it's like a stress dream that I always have. I don't have reoccurring dreams. I have stress dreams where it's I got to get my parents to the airport and we're running late and then I forgot my wallet so I have to go back, but then there's road construction so I have to go all the way around and then I get a flat tire and then I go to 7-Eleven to call AAA and then it gets robbed and then I'm kidnapped and then it's like I just need to do this one fucking thing and I can't do it. And that's how I dream all the time. And so there was a little anxiety watching this and like, fuck, this is like seeing my dream.
All from like losing a $20 bill.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, leave with a little bit of money. And especially in a time where there's no debit cards.
$20 back then, that's quite a bit of money, probably.
Like, put a couple of fives in there or something.
You're about to go see a woman.
And then like wait until you get to your location to pay the guy. Don't put it in the little slot with your window down, idiot. Anyhow. And also the woman, she killed herself over him.
Oh, like, yeah.
That's a little extreme, lady. Yeah. Anyhow.
Crazy. It's just a lot of crazy shit.
Did you what did you think of the twist of, there's all this like burn victim stuff, and he like
Oh, and she doesn't have
and
a
then like
burn.
she gets naked and turns out she's not burned at all. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that all
Yeah,
about?
I love that about this movie.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, what?
like this fear, this thing that he went through as a kid, and like, I'm gonna have to like, can I go through with this,
Mhm.
seeing these horrors again? And he's just projecting, and there's no burns at all. Just
Good stuff.
yeah. All right. So you got at least that dumb fucking movie.
Yeah, I can power through the things I have on here very quickly.
All right.
I don't want to talk about all of them too much. I'll start with that movie. I did watch Fixed on Netflix. I always get his.
Gendy Tartakovsky.
Yes, Tartakovsky definitely, but I've seen people say it's like a J.
Jindy?
Yeah, but whatever. I don't care.
I've
That
never
guy,
heard that.
Samurai Jack guy, Primal guy. That's the only reason I watched it. I don't have much to say about it. If you've seen that movie Strays, it's like similar to that, except Strays is like better, like funnier. And I'm not even saying that's good, but at least it has Will Forte.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of low hanging fruit jokes.
It's just all dog butthole jokes.
Yeah, and like not in the big mouth way where like it's gross but like clever. It's just gross.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch. There's multiple scenes of dogs like fucking. I've never seen this much dog asshole drawn. I don't want to look at dog asshole for an hour and a half. I laughed one time. I already showed you guys that joke. And everything else, you might have got a smirk out of me, but I almost stopped watching it multiple times. Do not recommend. I guess I should tell what it's about. I mean,
no, don't fuck it.
Yeah,
look it up if you give a shit. If after that glowing review, if you still want to watch it, yeah, go ahead and watch the trailer.
Yeah, okay.
He said animated dog buttholes. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. I did play 2 games. I didn't finish the second one yet, but I basically have, and I won't talk about it much because I know you might have already talked about it on here, but I'm just about done Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. I mean, years ago.
Yeah, I know, 2021. I'm super late. I'm pretty sure 16 chapters I read, and I think I'm about to start 14.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much done. I just killed the fee, fi, fum, whatever. I
don't remember
the giant dragon
thing from that game.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I loved it. I had a really good time playing it, but it was like I did it. It's done out of my head.
Yeah, I'm seeing, unless an ending blows my mind, I'm seeing an 8 out of 10 for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like this version of the characters. I feel like I'm with them on this journey. I like how they managed to make you be able to control all of them at once. Like, yeah, you hear you're going to play a Star-Lord only. That kind of is a bummer, but at the same time, you do get to tell them what to do. And yeah. I don't know. I once you really start getting all of their abilities and yours, it's nice to just like, I don't know if you guys did this, but I had the settings initially, like time slows down a little. You can edit how much it slows down when you bring up that ability screen. And after a while, I put it on full pause because I need to decide which move I want to use.
I think there's a lot of times that's just like someone go and do a thing.
But some of them, especially if they're like enemies that have like a shield,
sure, yeah,
you want to launch. So I will have to like think about it for a second. But once I did that, I got a lot more enjoyment out of that. And every time you get another ability with his elemental guns, it's like, damn, I'm still getting more. Like the combat's pretty fun.
It is.
I love like slide dashing and it slows down. And you get a little John Woo double blasting.
I can't wait for the sequel when they'll just allow you to play as anybody, and you can summon. You can still do this little same summoning thing.
Just press a button to like switch to.
But you can swap and play as that person for the rest of the game, or you can just swap when you want.
I think if they do a sequel, that they got to do that. They gotta. But let's see. I think it looks nice, especially for a 4-year-old game. I say like my only gripe so far, I've encountered like a bug here and there, nothing too crazy. Would be how much story driven it is. Like there's an insane amount of cutscenes and like an insane amount of dialogue, and sometimes like I'm somebody who like I want to hear all the dialogue prompts, so I will go talk to all of them, but like most of the time it doesn't lead to anything. Like going around the ship, it lets you pick up and touch all these things, but nothing really matters half the time. I don't like
where do I go again? Let me go touch everything again.
Yeah, there's just a few things like that drive me crazy. There's times where I'm trying to think while I'm in a level, and they're all having an insane amount of banter, and it's just like, shut up for a second.
For just one moment.
How much dialogue did y'all record for this? But it's just minor things. I like, changing their outfits from time to time, and I'm having a good time with it. I don't see an 8 out of 10, changing because I'm almost done.
Yeah.
So, and then I did beat Indiana Jones. I think I talked to both of you about it a little bit, so I won't go into it too much, and I definitely won't go into the story because I know you're going to play it, but it's a fucking great story. It if you do a lot of the side stuff, you kind of lose track of the story sometimes. So but you can go through the story for the most part and go back and do a lot of the stuff. At the same time, there's also a lot of side stuff that you do kind of and should do before you move on with the story. So I don't know. But it's a great story. I think it's the most time I put into a game in a long time. I've probably finished around 50 hours, and there's still a little bit left to do that I probably won't like. There's I think I told you about this at the bar, but there's like a puzzle at the end where there's these like relics that you can collect throughout the game, and you just find them randomly, and you need like 100 of them to do this final puzzle, and it's kind of like it's like you can finish the story, but it's like at the very end there's this big kind of intriguing puzzle that you want to do, but I only collected like 25 of the 100. And I'm like, okay, well, I do want, and you get a secret like special ending too. So I was like, I do kind of want to do that. So I finished it and I started trying to go do some of them. And I was like, I'm just going to focus on finding all of them. But a lot of them, you have to do some of the other side missions to get them. Like they're locked behind a puzzle that you did. It's like, I'm not doing everything to do this. So I just looked up the clip and
he gets a special hat.
It's literally just a little clip that leads into the DLC that's dropping next month. But a lot of fun. It's great score. I'm pretty sure it is John Williams. Really awesome sound effects on the whip. If there's anything I can recommend to you or advice, I would say don't forget you have that whip. Because there's a lot of times where I'm doing combat and I forget, I can just whip this fucking guy. And like you can upgrade some abilities where you like pull their weapon out of their hands and grab it and then shoot them with it, and there's even a trophy for that.
Nice.
And it's like sometimes I forget that you can do that stuff. So for like the first third of the game, I was barely using my whip outside of traversal, and then I was like, oh, you have a whip, like you can use this whip because you don't really use your guns a whole lot. So yeah, don't forget you have that whip. Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, when it comes to collecting things in games, I feel like a lot of times they're moderately reasonable like things to collect. It's like, oh, this might take me an hour to do, but I'll knock it out, that's fine. But there's always like that one thing where it's like there's so goddamn many things to collect, and it's for like the coolest set of armor or something, or like the ending thing where it's just like the only way I'm gonna do that shit is if it's like I have gotten every single trophy and it's the last one I need to like platinum the game. I might do it then. But if I beat the entire game, all the other side missions, and there's like a bunch of like stupid trophies that I like can't get because it's like you gotta do like 8,000 punches to this type of enemy. It's like I'm not gonna fucking do that. Yeah. If I got along the way, great, but I'm not gonna go back and waste my time.
Like Onimusha had some of that. Like, do this move where you fling a guy off a cliff. It's like, well, so now I gotta go hang around, find cliffs, and hopefully a fight happens. Like that didn't happen too often. Like, no, thank you, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons I never platinumed I don't know which Arkham game it was. Probably all of them. I never platinumed. Just because it's like, the Riddler trophies. Goddamn Riddler trophies. Because some of them are just like, these trophies are fucking hard to get. And it's like, I did every side mission. I beat the story mode. It like everything is done except I have 148 more Riddler trophies to get. Go fuck yourself. That's way too many.
If I come across them, I'll give them a try. Like, oh, what's this? Oh, you use magnets in this one. Oh, I see. No, thank you. And then move on. Or, oh, you got to use the Batmobile for this one. No, thank you. But some of them are like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh, I got to do my remote control battering and hit.
Yeah, I mean, I did some of them along the way because they also got you experience points, which levels you up to get stuff. Like that's great. But when you beat the game and it's like, and I think there was even times where like I would do it and go like, okay, it's the last thing I got to do. And then I spent like 4 hours doing Riddler trophies, and I still had like 100 to go. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Yeah. I'm spending hours just doing Riddler trophies. These things can go fuck themselves. Yeah. But yeah, if there's ever like a bonus clip at the end of the thing, I'm like, I'm just going to YouTube.
Yeah.
So game designers, don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because
you're wasting your time. You're developing all these things. You could get the game out earlier, or take that time to polish it. Do that.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's my take.
Anywho.
God damn it. I don't want to spend too much more time on it. I'll say graphics great music, great story. I won't spoil anything, but I will say we talked about something, and I hadn't gotten to the final mission. We talked about one random thing when we were at the bar, like 2 nights before I finished it, and it ended up totally random, not talking about Indiana Jones at all, and it ended up being kind of the end of this movie or this game, and I fucking loved. Like the end of this is so cool. All I could think of was like, oh, I wish this was on a screen. Like this would have been so awesome. But yeah, my only real gripes with it is it doesn't hold your hand at all. So when you start this game, at least maybe I'm just stupid. There's a lot of times where I was just like, what am I supposed to do next? I didn't know which of all the missions that I was getting, because sometimes missions will pop up when you come across something. And it's like you discovered a new mystery or something like that. And I ended up kind of just focusing on, at least at first, the ones that were progressing the story. So when I went back to the first area, which is the Vatican, I had all this side stuff to do, and it was really funny because I hadn't done a side mission where you first meet someone who is this girl who becomes like a main character throughout the whole thing, and I had to look this up. But I swear to you, I went and did it, and she was like, or he said something like, "Oh, long time no see," and like something she said made me realize like, oh, they're doing that because I've been with her this whole time, and I've already met her. And I had to look it up. I was like, is that you only get that piece of dialogue if you go back? But I guess I'm the only stupid fucker that didn't do any of the side things in the beginning. So definitely do some of them. Field work is the ones you want to do. They're the ones that play into the story. They're sometimes like 45 minutes long. They have set pieces and stuff. There's other little ones that are just like mysteries and shit. So, but really good game. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10, and I'll buy the DLC for sure.
Cool.
Yep.
Any last things before we get to
one thing, and it's not really anything. I listened to something. MGK put out a new album. I know neither of you probably care that much. I know you
don't like that dude.
I know you like.
I like some of his songs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. 13 songs. I would say I really like 8 of them, which is 8 or 9 of them, which is pretty good for an album. It's a mixture, a little less pop punk than his last couple. It's kind of like a little more alternative rock, but he throws a lot more like rap verses in there, which is what I miss what he used to do. So no surprise, most of my favorite tracks on there are the ones that are mostly rap. But yeah, it's really good. I don't know what I'd give it out of a score, but most of the song, I like more songs on it than I don't. So yeah.
But you would say like the rock and the rap do actually blend well together. It's like
Yeah.
it only works because like
I'm usually really picky about that stuff. Like unless it's like Rage Against the Machine or like old Papa Roach or something that I grew up with, I'm not like, because when he started his career out, he did like rap rock, but it was like the kind of rap rock you'd hear opening up for ICP or something. Like I didn't fuck with that, and it used to be on when I worked at Hot Topic as a kid all the time. I was like, this guy sucks. But at some point, he started to just go straight more like pop rap to just rap, and I really liked all that. And then he did this like pop punk turn, and this album he brought some more rap back to it, and it's just like reminding everyone that he's a really good lyricist, which I think he is, very underrated. Yeah, it's really good. I keep going back to it. But like how much music comes out every week? If I revisit an album the next week or 2 weeks after, I say I like it, because a lot of times I give an album 5 days of listening to it, and then it's already a new release week.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think you would like it if you listen to it a little bit more. I know you liked that one track at least, so
yeah, I did.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So we're going to talk Alien Earth first.
Let's do it.
I may have more to say about Alien Earth than I do Nobody.
I would probably agree.
But it just feels like this will become a weekly thing. We'll talk about the latest episode. So we'll keep the main release as our main topic.
This is 2025's House of the Dragon.
Yeah, or Wheel of Time, or
Yeah.
Shogun, you know.
Yeah.
We do it with a lot of stuff. But so yeah, Alien Earth takes place just a few years before Alien. This is created by Noah Hawley, who has done Fargo and Legion. Looking up Noah Hawley, just of like, oh, what else? What has he been working on? You know, before he did Fargo, or you know, in between the last season of Fargo and this, like nothing. Guy's made no movies. He only has like 4 things on his IMDb. I can't remember what the other one is, but like he's knocking it out of the park. He really knows what he's doing. I like this show. I'm not in love with it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I have some issues, but I'm not hating on. I'm seeing a lot of people shitting on this show, which I find interesting. But like when Alien has kind of like so many duds in the franchise, I don't think you can be so precious about it. Like Aliens being my favorite movie, I realize that, well, with every Aliens, you have an Alien Resurrection. I love Alien Resurrection, but I can tell that, it's not as good of a movie. I love the Predator movies, but there's some bad ones in it. Like,
And they're changing directors every time.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a different.
you're going to get a different
rendition.
take on things. So, like, hey, we got these good ones. If they fuck it up, who cares? It'll just add it to the pile of other bad stuff. But we've never had an Alien show, so this is new ground. And
This is the first time it's taking place on
Earth
at
as
all,
well.
correct?
Yeah, I mean, Alien Resurrection, the ending, they land on Earth, like that. Like, wow, what a shithole this place is. But it doesn't take place on Earth. So
Gotcha.
yeah. What are your guys' thoughts? First two episodes.
Yeah, I'm not as big of an Alien guy as you and Nick. I haven't seen some of the movies, but in general, I like its vibe. I like Alien 1 and 2. I've seen 3. I saw Prometheus. I think that's it.
Covenant and Romulus.
Never. Oh, well, I saw Romulus. Yeah, I never saw Covenant. And
Yeah, you need
But-
Resurrection and Covenant. And
okay.
most people would probably say, "Hey,
And then-
you can cover that."
Alien vs Predator, if you count those, I guess
Yeah.
I think I saw Alien vs Predator, the first one. Anyway, it's all ridiculous. That being said, yeah, the show's fine right now. It's a nice. I think visually really well done.
Beautiful.
I think it looks great.
Stunning.
Like the inside of the ships are all like very
Yeah.
scary, Geiger-esque or whatever.
Just looks like Alien, like same.
It looks
sort
like
of
Alien, yeah.
eating areas, same sleep pods.
I'm happy that they showed the xenomorph like right away. It wasn't the Jaws thing of like we're not gonna really see this bad boy till
Yeah.
episode 3, or like we're gonna tease it all episode 1, and then you're gonna get like they just here it is. You know what they fucking look like.
There's a funny tweet that I think applies to this. And it said, back in the day, if you had a show called Surf Dracula, you know damn sure that Dracula would be surfing every episode. And if they had a Surf Dracula show now, it would be how he discovered his surfboard and then he would surf in the last episode. And it's like, that's just what TV is now. How do we get the origin of Han Solo's blaster? That sort of dumb bullshit that nobody cares. And it's like, we know the Alien life cycle. You wouldn't tune into this unless you knew what's up. And it's been in the years since 79. We know how to do this. So let's just show the monster right from the get-go. Because we have 4 other monsters on this ship that we will slowly, reveal to you. So like, yeah, Xenomorph, you're old news. Here's the new hotness.
That's what I think I'm most excited for, even though that I haven't really seen enough of them to go like, because just all the different stages of the Xenomorph are all pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, here's an eyeball with tentacle arms. Like that doesn't. Oh, here's a tick that gets really big.
Yeah.
The like bulb.
Yeah,
thing.
the other 2, I'm not quite sure exactly what they are.
Dangly thing.
Yeah, there's a dangly thing.
But like, I'm just happy that they're trying something else other than the Xenomorph, because like I've seen the Xenomorph a million times. And you do different variations of it, but it's all like it's still the same thing. Just this one's a bigger one, or this one's a dog one, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But when it comes to the like girl inside of the hybrid stuff, like I'm interested to see like what they do with that. I'm surprised once again. I'm glad they didn't drag out like, oh, when is she going to reveal that they're that's his sister who's in a different body. That didn't take very long, which was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, it hasn't given me enough to go like I'm so interested in like the mystery of the season or like what's the big thing. But I think it's cool it's set on Earth, and like I'm interested, is the whole season going to take place in this like
the building?
The building, is it going to be like the raid with Xenomorph?
They're going to snatch them all up and they're going to take them back to the island. Because if you watch any of on this season of it shows more of that stuff. Which, that's my biggest issue is, Okay, so you're going to eventually take the ship and the alien and everybody back to the island, and that's when we're going to have our big fights and everything. Because there's no record of aliens on Earth. If you're following the first two movies, they don't know what this thing is. This is the Yutani ship who is getting it, so it makes sense that in Aliens, Wayland. I mean, the companies haven't merged yet. So like maybe that's just hidden information, or this company is going to fail so hard that they have to nuke the island and there's no records ever before. So, but like if the purpose is to get it onto the island, get her brother there and everything, like I think we could have done it a better way. So you have these synthetics that are people's brains in a robot body. The most like amazing technological feat. They've cured death. They're just got to kind of figure out how to do it for adults. This like you don't want this information to get out. So you let them go help out with this crashed spaceship, even though it's on your land, you have your own soldiers dealing with it. Why would you risk anybody finding out about them? You see that she's pining after her brother, and this could be a bad thing for her development, but you let her go do it and find him anyways. It just doesn't make sense for this boy genius to allow them to just go run off without supervision. And they don't even sit them down and go, look, you're very special. You can't say anything to anyone, and really hammer it home. It's just kind of like, yeah, fuck it. You guys go have fun.
Even though they're all kids.
Even though they're all kids. Like if you just need to get them to have a meetup again, figure out a different way, because I don't think this works at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think if the plan is like, how do we get, because we're not going to put kids in this alien movie, but how do we get like adults to be more believably scared? Maybe it's like, oh well, what if the adults are these like kids in robot bodies? It's just. But like, why would
they're not supposed to be scared?
Well, sure, which is just so weird because like, oh yeah, they're like super strong and they can't die, and that's fine. But it's just like they're not trained soldiers. They were dying kids you found and put into robots. Like, why send them in? Like, you have your Timothy Olyphant character who's like in charge of them. I'm sure you have many of him. Not necessarily like. Him specifically, but like
lots
other
of androids and people with cybernetic equipment.
Synthetic. Like, just send those. Like, you don't need to send these kids in at all. But then you don't have a show, I guess, or whatever. It's just a weird choice.
But you find a reason that, like, why they're the only ones that can do it. Or, you know what? Easiest way to do it? Have the ship crash on the island. You don't need it to crash in the city. Yes, it makes for cool set pieces, but you eliminate all that. It crashes.
You need a lot of collateral damage first. I mean, like human collateral damage. Because if you just go to the island, I mean, well, I guess
you make the island bigger and you make people living on it and doing their stuff on one side, and there's civilization. Like, it just feels like a bad way to get it started. It's like, well, if we can't spend it all on the island, then maybe it's boring. Let's have it in the city. Oh, imagine having an alien ripping apart a bunch of rich assholes having a party. You know, love that scene, but I'd sacrifice it for maybe understanding, especially the leaders of the company's motivations of letting their proprietary tech out into the real world.
Yeah, I mean, I think the argument would be like, well, then the ship would have to not only crash land on a small piece of land.
Make it a bigger island.
I understand that, but it's still like...
Make it a smaller ship, but do all sorts of things. And also, like, it's coming in from space, and they don't detect it. There's no warning. It just does a 9/11, and no one's there. No ships are trying to stop it, blow it out of the sky, using their magnets to try to lift it up. They're just like caught unawares. It was the same thing in Alien Romulus. They have this space station flying above this planet, and like, oh well, we don't even get to see the sun. We can't tell. But you still have ships flying in and out. Nobody has seen it. There's no sort of beacon going off that people are aware. It just, I don't know, like. Think of these things. But I like the look of the aliens, pretty good. It's not my favorite version. I think it's got kind of a weird mouth, and there's a part when he's trying to get the guy as the ship's crashing, and like the aliens like backing up to the window. It was just like, it was a comedy bit. Like he'd like walk by and like sneaking backwards.
I thought the same thing.
The head looked kind of odd. But I love his like robot arm. That looks badass. Yeah. He's got a torch and special goo to entrap him.
It's one of my favorite shots in episode 2 But it's also the thing that drives me crazy in all these goddamn fucking monster movies is when they're like talking to the rich people or whatever, and they close the door, and then the soldier's talking to the medic guy, but then like behind him there was a statue there before, but now it's like
Yeah.
the xenomorph is like on the statue.
Uh-huh.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's a very cool silhouette. That being said, like I don't understand why xenomorphs just love stalking motherfuckers.
They do.
When it's like they're not eating them.
Uh-huh.
They are just a purebred killing machine. There's no need to stalk or like. It just seems like what you're
You
doing
just
this.
run after
You're
them.
doing this dramatic bit
Yeah.
for their sake.
He looks up into the dark hole, and the alien
Yeah.
slowly reveals itself,
Yeah.
and then jumps at
And
you.
like it's not. It doesn't feed off your fear or
Yeah.
anything. Its only purpose in its existence is to kill whatever's in front of it. So why does it waste time at all?
Yeah, the cyborg, like
it's
after
so
he gets
fucking
loose,
silly.
his head comes up to the side of the like, just kill him. You're right there. Kill the dude, and then someone else shoots at the alien or whatever. It runs off.
Well, I was gonna say, and I think this was like they rewrote this or something because as far as I'm aware, this has never been a thing. But to the both of your guys' points, the cyborg dude is trying to say that they sense your fear, which I've never heard
Yeah.
that. Like
that's
they,
true.
They
He
hunt
did say,
based on
yeah.
your fear, so that's why he doesn't have any fear. And then maybe when they're hiding in the shadows, whatever, like they don't sense fear yet because they haven't been seen yet. Then once they're seen, the person's like, you know what I mean, like something like that. But that's never been a thing in the Alien movies, as far as I know. So I don't know
That's
where
stupid
that came
and
from.
unnecessary. They're weird bugs that just want you to drag you. If they're not going to kill you, they're going to drag you back to their hive to impregnate to make more.
Yeah,
Like that's their only purpose.
I don't know about
What is the
this-
fear?
the fear sense
That's-
thing is.
If it was a queen and that was one of the things of the queen, but not of this.
Yeah, I didn't love that, but just to the points of what you guys were saying, I think that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Also I'd say I fall in the same boat. I liked it, didn't love it. I know there's like an insane marketing push for this
Mhm.
show. The teasers are everywhere, but I somehow like just stopped paying attention to them. I try not to.
Yep.
So I didn't realize that the ship was going to crash in a city. I just knew it was going to crash.
Mhm.
So when that scene happened, I was like, "Damn, this is awesome!" Like this is like some movie level
Yep.
stuff. I love that scene of watching the brother like walking around and debris falling on people and stuff.
Yeah.
It was just very like you said, like it gave me 9/11 vibes.
Mm-hmm.
We all love 9/11. Cut that. But I liked it. There's a shot at the very end of the last episode that looked really janky to me though. Like the absolute last shot. Like the alien tackles the one a character I can't remember who, and then
Her brother.
the brother, yeah, and then they're like looking out this hole, and there's like it just looks cheap. I don't know, something about that shot. I just remember thinking looking bad, but it was probably like the only moment that I felt that way because for the most part, it's a really expensive looking show.
Yeah, I'm hearing people like, "Oh, it just looks like a guy in a suit." It was a guy in a suit in the first movie. Like, why do you want to move to CG?
And there was plenty of CG.
Yeah,
like
like him bouncing off walls and stuff.
And not all of it looked that great, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a
You
dumb.
wanted to go back to Alien 3 when they used a puppet? Come on!
Did you not see the CG xenomorph in Covenant? Because that shit looked terrible.
Yeah. Especially the one that came out of the body.
Yeah.
That tiny little one.
That's what you want more
Apparently
of?
that's supposed to be like a different version and not like a typical chest burster. Like it was born kind of full size in its shape and it would just grow bigger. I don't know. Whatever. That movie fucking sucks. I rewatched Romulus because I was on an Alien kick and finished it today. And, this was only my second time, doing a rewatch. And that movie still sucks. People are way too overhype on it. It is beautiful. It is a good looking movie. The sets are amazing. The lighting, great camera work. The aliens look great. It all looks amazing. But that Kaylee Spanny, she sucks. She's like the worst Ripley that we've had. And that's including Covenant when we had that, that one that does absolutely nothing. And like there's one good actor, the droid, Andy. He's good.
He's good.
Everybody else is like Isabella Merced. She has like 3 lines. She doesn't do shit. The pilot dies relatively quick, doesn't much do anything. Then the other 2 dudes have such thick accents, I can't understand what the fuck they're saying half the time. And then it's like, okay, good, they're gone, they're dead. And it moves at a really good pace. There's always something to do. But as soon as that like hybrid shows up at the end, like it just starts getting worse and worse and worse. Like I love the ship crashing into the rings.
Yeah.
That's one of the most beautiful shots.
That's like all I remember
But
about
that
it.
movie fucking sucks. It is just fan service the movie, and I don't know why people have it so high on their list.
Yeah, I remember leaving the theater with that one feeling really let down. But I wanted to rewatch it too. Around this, I haven't, and I still probably will. You kind of just played it in my head though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. You got all the scenes. And it's like, I remember loving the acid zero G scene. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's really cool looking, but it's fucking stupid. Like, splattering acid everywhere in zero G doesn't make it like instantly lose momentum. It would just still splatter everywhere and then just like slowly going around it. If it was 3 aliens, that's fine. She kills a bunch of them. The scene goes on for a long time and she's just shooting and shooting and shooting, and like there's way too much acid to even slip through. Whatever, movie fucking sucks. Oh, and then like Andy does jumps off the elevator and kills the alien and does the, get your hands off.
that was my
you
least.
bitch. It's like that wasn't established in any sort of way. It's just all fan service, and I hate it.
That was my least favorite part. I wish I had forgot about it. You just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Why would he say that?
Why would he say that? If he would, because like the dude with the thick accent, I think, has a thing for the pilot, and if the pilot got close to her and was like pushing, or Andy was pushing her, and the dude said, "Hey, get away from her, you bitch," to him, then he could do it. Like that's fine, but it comes out of nowhere. But anywho, back to the actual show.
Stop saying anywho.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh God, no!
You guys are gonna always think of that now.
Well, hey, when you listen back to this episode, I want you to listen to you, because it's something that we used to do at the very beginning, and we caught ourselves. It's just in the.
Oh, yes. That's just me. Yeah.
Yeah, and like after.
I could live with anywho. I could not live without. When you told me that. It drove me
it's
fucking
like
nuts.
so. Fuck! I did it again.
It's like honestly, the best part about this podcast is like it's improved my speech. I think. So.
Yeah, I mean, you guys touched on most of the stuff that I was going to say about it, I think. I do like the lead. She kind of reminds me of Ella Purnell.
Yeah, I think it's like they wanted Ella Purnell, but she was too busy with something
Yeah, where do
else.
they keep getting these, like, super cute girls? I don't know. She's really cute. I see a lot of people complain about the Ice Age thing, and like Ice Age is now canon, and it's just like, that is kind of funny, but like, whatever.
There's a shot where it's like, he's standing in front of the robot or whatever, and then the little Sid shows up. My buddy sent me a picture of it, and I was like, I don't get the joke. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that does happen in that movie. But it's a Fox thing, so they got to throw a Fox movie in.
It didn't bother me. I mean, if there's a reason for it, I know out of context, if you haven't watched the show yet and you see that image, you're probably like, what the hell is this? But I mean, it makes sense.
It's like that movie is 100 years old to them.
Yeah.
Of all movies to watch, why that one? But who cares?
Yeah, that didn't bother me all that much.
Not at all.
I also felt the same way, like you said, like, why is he allowing them to go to this wreckage if they're so valuable and they're like the first of their kind, really?
Yeah.
And it also, especially if you've been watching her pining and obsessing, you're smart enough to know that this is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. You're going to have to bring him with you, or you're probably going to have to kill him off later.
Or she's going to make a bad decision to save
him. Yeah.
But I think it was lazy, but like he just tried to say like he wanted to study them more in a situation like this. Okay, but like you said, I'm sure there's other ways you could have done that.
This is a little extreme.
This is a highly valuable like situation,
When you train firefighters, they have like pre-built structures that they have to climb up and put fires out and stuff. Like it's a controlled situation. Like if it's your first day and you have to do a 9/11 as a firefighter, like that's rough.
Yeah. But I am interested to see where it goes, and I will stick with it.
Yeah.
Anywho, I have some questions for you guys.
So I have some questions for you guys. Do you think we will, because in the first episode, there's like quick flashes of like the violence on the ship after it crashes. Do you think that we're going to get an episode that is, here is
what
that episode,
yes.
what happened? Okay.
And,
I do too.
And
I'd be kind of bummed if we don't.
Yeah. Because watching...
Even though I guess you could argue we've seen that movie a billion times, but it's what we want to see.
Yeah. It's like Alien, but 3 times the amount of people? Okay, and this guy's got a flamethrower in his arm? Cool.
Let's see what happens. Do you think we will see where they find the other aliens?
I don't think we'll see. Like, I could see them going.
I think it's
Like,
irrelevant. Like, I don't need to see
A
it.
pod's
But
coming up from the ground, and they go, "Is that the last one?" Yep. Let's start heading home. Like, but we won't see
where they came
where
from.
they came from.
and how
Was it all the same planet? Are they finding these things as they go, or are they specifically targeting them?
Mhm.
You know, I don't know if we'll
Is
get
there
those
an
answers.
international alien dealer that these humans found? Like, yeah, man, we'll buy some of your aliens and get on out of here.
And like,
I know it's not what
there's
it is.
only one other reference in the Alien movies where they say there are other aliens besides xenomorphs, and it's in Aliens. It's a thing Hudson says, makes some line about Trandorians. Like, oh, you know, like, I want to go back to that planet and, you know, sleep with some of those Trandorians. Oh, but the Trandorians you had were male. You know, I can't remember what they were called. But maybe they're just like, that's the name of people on a planet. But I like that there are other monsters out in the world.
All right.
All transgender people are monsters.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Pick one, you greedy fuck. Flip flop, flip flop.
My last question, then we can move on. Is the Boy Genius's actual fucking name Boy Cavalier, or is that just what people call him?
I listened to the podcast for the show, and they all called him Boy Cavalier the whole time. So that just,
if you're rich like that, you can call yourself whatever you want.
It's just, I don't know. It's the douchiest name I've ever fucking heard.
It's like, maybe his name's just Boyd.
Boyd
instead of Boy.
No,
I'm gonna look it up because it sounded like Boyd through the show, but once I started listening to the podcast, they were saying Boy.
No, I only heard Boy, but
Boy Cavalier.
So fucking dumb. I mean, it's fine. It's not like it's taking me out of the show, but it just seems like, what do we call our super evil boy genius character? Who's a real, like, wild card character? Boy Cavalier? Okay, sounds cool.
I'm Teen Nonchalant.
Anyway, damn it.
Now you changed that.
Anyways, all right. We can say anyway. I don't get why she changes her name. Like, she looks like a Wendy. It's like, is that just because you're just watching Peter Pan that instant? Like, why wouldn't you just keep your own name?
Yeah, I think it's more like a
fresh start.
Fresh start, symbolic. We're on Neverland Island.
That seems like something that Boy Cavalier would do. Like, I'm Peter Pan, you're all my lost boys, and I'm naming you Wendy. You know? But yeah, that's unimportant.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for any sort of interruptions there. What were you saying, Nick?
Just one, we were talking about something, gripes and stuff we had, and I would say one that bothered me was when the android guy, the black guy, comes in to capture it, right? And he shoots the brother with like that taser, and he doesn't even go unconscious or anything, really. Yeah. He's just kind of immobilized.
Yeah.
But the alien we've seen breaking through pure steel and bullets bouncing off it, gets hit with the taser, and it's out cold.
I think he gets hit for a little bit longer, whereas the human just gets a little...
Still, I don't know. That bothered me a little bit, but it's just a small thing.
Yeah. Anything else? Any predictions? I'm pretty sure this, company will be destroyed. Wayland and Yutani will have to merge, and everyone will die by the end of it. Maybe she'll be sitting there, her body's all fucked up on the beach or whatever, but I don't think anyone's getting out of this one.
Yeah.
I think she does get out of this one.
Okay.
My theory is her brother is about to die. The missile's coming to hit or maybe not the missile, but there's a self-destruct sequence on the island or whatever. We can't let the aliens get away. But she puts her brother's brain inside of one of the decommissioned, one of the other kids. So maybe it's just like a head. Who knows? Maybe it's not a fully functional body. It got split in half by one of the aliens. But it's like her brother's alive, and so her and him just disappear, and they just live out the rest of their robot lives, and they just pretend to be synthetics or whatever. But I think those two will
I mean,
make it to the end.
if anyone does, it should be them. But, can you put his brain into a thing? Because it's supposed to be younger people.
Yeah, she's a super genius.
She'll
You patch
figure
her
it
and she'll
out.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be the one to have a real conversation with boy fuckface that he's so desperate for because he's so much smarter than everybody else.
All right, let's get to our main topic.
Oh God, that's right.
There's still one more.
I gotta pee. Go ahead and
This one will
start.
be much faster.
Yeah. Nobody 2 with Bob Odenkirk returning as Hutch, I believe. Hutch Wilkins?
Sure.
Okay. Last time he had to get back into the game, every time these special forces guys, retire, they gotta save an old lady on a bus, and then they get found out by the Russian mob, and then they end up burning $40 million of their stuff, and he has to pay it back slowly. So that's where we pick up with Hutch and his family. They're having a little bit of problem. He's not reconnecting because he has to pay back through all these odd jobs.
Yeah, he's working all the time. His wife's trying to see him. He's not home. His kids are living lives, and he's not a part of it.
Yeah.
But he's doing all this for them. The common struggle of maybe the plenty of modern married people of just like, I want to be with my family, but I can't because if I don't work, then I can't feed them or like let them do the things they want to do.
Yeah. And so they decide to spice up their life by going on vacation to a place that he went to with his brother and his dad when they were kids. And then, of course, as they say, wherever you go, there you are. And he comes into trouble with the local bullshit, whatever it is. I wasn't super excited to watch this movie. I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, I liked the first one, but when they said, "Oh, here's Nobody 2," I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." It's like I get why, because the first one I think was moderately successful.
Yeah,
and
it was like one of the first post-COVID movies that kind of people went back for.
And I did enjoy it. But that being said, it's like I didn't necessarily ask for a second.
Yeah.
I think the first one can just kind of stand on its own, especially in the face of like we've gotten John Wick movies since then and everything else. It's probably not going to reinvent the wheel in terms of action movies.
Yeah, especially so many of them. Once John Wick hit, everybody had to have their, one man badass army guy movie. I was okay with this movie for the start.
Mm.
I was interested. We're gonna get to a water park. We're gonna have some fun there. But I think as soon as what's her face showed up, Sharon Stone instantly started hating this movie, and then by the end, I really disliked this movie. It is so uninspired to do anything more than what it already did. A couple of fights, and then we get to set the stage of Home Alone-esque traps, and then we kill a bunch of people. The end. There's nothing deeper in this. I don't even remember RZA in the last one. When he showed up, I was like,
really?
"Who the fuck is this?" And, like,
His
he had a brother, and like
you don't know it's his brother until this movie.
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh no, you definitely have to find out that it's his brother.
I just rewatched it. I literally watched it before I went to this.
There's
movie.
no.
That's crazy.
Way.
I mean,
That's
they may
so
allude to
weird.
it, but up until that scene, that flashback scene in the diner.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot they were brothers. I thought it was like, oh, that they're friends. But then when I just thought that was info in the first movie.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
And he shows up and kills people. Like,
oh yeah,
he does. Okay, he's there for the big final fight.
Yeah.
Him and Christopher.
I thought it was just him and his dad, but yeah, I don't remember Nobody Won all that well.
Yeah.
But like, hey, I'm all for an amusement park setting. That's a great thing to have a shootout, all the fun little traps you can make, and killing people with rides. But they don't do anything great with it. The big swinging
just the
one
slide
was kind of fun.
The slide's the only thing that I liked.
The slide was fun.
Yeah.
What do you do with the slide?
They go down the water slide, and
Pulls the
they're like
thing.
the guys like shooting at him, and like he pulls a thing, and the like his
Slides
balls.
right
are
Oh,
his spikes.
okay. There's a whole movie out there called Sewer Slide, and the deaths are all like swords that are stuck in the slide, and everybody keeps going down and just getting cut up. It's
Nice.
Seems awesome.
It sounds like a mobile app game.
Suicide.
Yeah.
A whole movie?
That sounds like a Mountain Dew flavor, where like they mix all their flavors they are, because it's called the suicide when you do it at a fountain,
Yeah.
and it'd be like green and kind of murky looking suicide. God, I hate that commercial. Give me that dew.
We're way off track. We're off track.
But
So anyway,
yeah, this movie just it doesn't do anything fun. I think like especially with his wife feeling neglected, you do something like Sharon Stone or a better actress is like say she owns the place or her dad did. They met when they were kids and they had a cute little summer fling, He had his first kiss or something like that. And then so now he's going back and she's like, "Oh my god, Hutch, it's been forever. We haven't been able to keep in contact." And now the wife's like even more jealous of him. And like it adds a dynamic that comes back to the overall story. And I don't know. I just think it would be more fun having Hutch know the people who own it instead of kind of being enemies with the guy. Then they become friends. I don't know. I think it was handled kind of sloppily.
yeah. I mean, I think there's nothing that this movie does. It's perfectly mediocre
Yeah.
action movie. Only like slightly elevated because I think that like the action choreography is pretty solid. I think all the hand to hand stuff is. I mean, is it John Wick or The Raid? No,
No.
but like is for like a Bob Odenkirk action movie, it's pretty solid. I think like the boat fights kind of fun.
Boat fight's not bad. Yeah.
And then the opening one, it's like it's so quick it barely
Yeah.
counts, but like it's good enough.
Sure.
Um,
But there's two things in both those scenes that took me out. On the boat, he smashes a beer bottle on the guy's head, and it's so weakly. Yeah, I know it's a breakaway bottle, but like there's not enough force that he puts it to the guy's head for it to shatter like that. And then at the very beginning, when he's doing all those fights, he has an axe. And he like does goes to kill someone. I think when the title card comes up, but you can see he's stopping it and not hitting something and having it like lodge into a head, so it's kind of wobbling there, and you could tell he's pulling his punch, and it just looks choreographed.
fair enough.
So yeah, I wasn't very impressed with really any of the deaths except for when RZA cuts that dude's face off like
Oof.
through the mouth. That was a good shot. But
Yeah.
but they set it up with the wife sees the gun in the cabin and they're gonna attack and she's gonna be on the roof and she's gonna take them all out. But no, RZA shows up and she goes back to the park and then shoots the woman. I think that was kind of poorly done.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna. I didn't realize it was a trank gun either. I thought,
Yeah.
oh, this is like a sniper rifle, and she's gonna like kick ass. Even though I believe it's never established that she's done any combat or killed people or anything like that. But
Yeah, she's good at one carnival game, so she's able to kill people.
which like that could have been a cute thing of like she wasn't good at it, and then because he is good at shooting, like they're having this cute moment of like him standing behind her and like teaching her how to shoot. And I was like, wow,
and it's
you are
romantic because they're touching each
it's like,
other.
you are good, honey. And then she used that skill later in the movie versus just like, hey, we needed her to do this thing at the end. Oh, we'll just make her good off the cuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. I think what this movie needed to do is just like have characters that I liked and rooted for. I think Bob Odenkirk as Hutch is solid. All the like character work in this movie is just him and his wife. There's a little bit of the son stuff, but the daughter's completely been neglected. Why the fuck is she in this movie?
I know.
Does
Same
absolutely
in the
nothing
first
other than
one.
being like, I'm a cute little kid. I'm in danger.
Mhm.
But like, it seems like everyone has kind of a role where the daughter does absolutely nothing. But this should have been a thing of like him connecting with his daughter, who maybe is growing up and he's missed so much of it. There's the son who's like struggling, like help him pick up a girl, or like, oh yeah, you're getting into fights at school. Let me teach you how to fight, and you'll use this skill. Oh honey, we're having these marital problems. And then maybe like through violence they all connect.
Somehow.
And or how do we connect with the cartel rival guy over here who like I think you could have cut him out or like made him the bad guy and got rid of Shannon. Whatever you want to do, but it just seems like we're taking this extra step just to get like another person on the team who you don't really care for because he's a piece of shit, but just because he joins the team, you're like, oh, that's cool that he's here to take a bullet to the leg or whatever. I just didn't see his purpose other than to like give you the keys to the theme park, which you could have just. You're a Bob Odenkirk super spy. You could have just gotten the keys and killed everybody here anyway.
Yeah.
Like you didn't need to team up with this guy. And then I think honestly the worst stuff is all at the end in the amusement park because like you said, some of it's solid, some of it's not because it's just like all guys who have guns who are just running at you with the guns versus just shooting from a distance because that's what guns are fucking for.
And every trap works perfectly how they set it up.
Yeah.
There's one part where he like tapes a revolver next to a slide. I'm like, why there? Why did you tape it there? And then at the end, he just pulls it off and goes, here's a gun. Like, you would think he tapes it there because there's going to be a standoff. But no, it's like he's just taping guns wherever you can. We got extra. Fucking tape it wherever we want.
Yeah. I think that... like there's in the beginning, we ran into the Brazilians or whatever, and they had machetes. Whoa, that's crazy. That'd have been way more interesting villain at the end of this because like at least that would give you a reason to like use hand-to-hand combat.
Sure.
Or you're doing sort of like sword play on the carousel as it's moving.
Sure.
And just
stuffed animals getting cut open.
It's like, oh no, I'm out of throwing knives. Oh, darts for the balloons, and he's just like, throwing them in everyone's eyeballs or stabbing them in the head with them. Like doing anything with that stuff. So it's like, nope, we're just going to use guns and explosives. There's also, I think, should have been a movie where he, like, this whole thing of, we're going back to my very first, my one and only vacation with my dad and my brother. But my dad and my brother are kind of barely in this movie. Like, why isn't he having serious conversations with his dad? And maybe his dad, like, obviously probably doesn't care. And, like, he's not going to change. He's too old. He's fucking all these old bad bitches in the retirement home or whatever. But like they should have a moment. He should have a moment with his brother where they go after they all kill all these bad guys. Like, hey, bro, let's go hit the arcade again, and then just have a nice little moment where he connects with his brother or something.
They had a competition at a certain video game. They kept one-upping each other, and they were first on whatever game it is. And then they're going back to check to see if their score is still there. And we got to have one more fight. Oh, I was the champion. No, I was like. Let's integrate the things they did in the past a little bit. Or you cut out the brother and the father altogether. He calls up his dad. Hey, Dad, what was that place that we used to go to? It's Camp Wampanoag, whatever the place it was. Plummerville, sure. And it's like, oh, well, he's on a boat with RZA, and they got babes all around him, and they're fishing. Like, we'd love to go, but we're busy.
Yeah.
And cut him out completely, and then focus on the 4 people in the family. But hey, that daughter, she's just getting a paycheck for just hanging out. She doesn't have to do a goddamn thing.
Yeah, doesn't have to fight anybody, doesn't have to act a lot.
Nope.
Just kind of stands there in the background and goes,
this feels like a first draft of this story. And like, well, we got to really beef up some of the things. Like the brother and the bully, now they become friends. Like, it feels like, have you ever seen The Great Outdoors? It feels like there can be, it's like a John Candy and Dan Aykroyd movie with the bear it's like you're in a fun town with all these fun things. That's perfect for teens. This is where they can do something. And if you're not going to have if you're going to have the son get into fights just like his dad is, but I don't even know. Do the kids even know what dad does?
Yeah.
They do? Okay. But okay. And then like you said, there's no teaching and helping. Oh no, you want to use this arm lock and none of that. It's wasted potential.
The one thing I will say, who I did like, and maybe you guys will disagree, I like Chet Hanks in this movie. I thought he was. He plays a.
Chet Hanks is in
Colin.
it?
Colin Hanks. I'm sorry, yeah.
I was like,
Chet's the other.
No, Chet's the rapist Jamaican dude.
What?
Chet Hanks. He puts on he puts on a Jamaican accent all the time. Have you not seen Chet Hanks like doing a Jamaican accent?
No.
Oh, and he's a supposed rapist that his dad has gotten him off the hook for multiple times.
Can we do one episode where we don't do this guy?
I gotta call out the bad guys.
Anyway, have you guys been watching Trump?
Sorry, Colin Hanks. he's one of those people who's like, yeah, he's a nepo baby,
Sure.
and that's fine. And everything I see Colin Hanks in, I'm just kind of happy to see that he's there. It's like,
he's proven himself.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like good for you, man. He could have maybe have been bigger if he like really used, but he just does like small roles and stuff.
Yeah.
Orange County, I remember liking.
Yeah, with Jack Black, and Jack Black was on Mr. Show with Bob Odenkirk.
There you go. I'm just saying, it was nice seeing old Colin coming in here and playing a real scummy piece of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I got to say about that.
C-.
I'm gonna go C plus.
Okay.
Or
So it's like C's a pretty average movie, and I don't think it really.
No, but
exceeded.
I don't think you watch this and go like, this is bad or this is unwatchable.
Nah.
I think it's fine. I'll go C, not C plus.
I just liked it more and more as the movie went on. And as first, like, just having a good time. This is going to be a dumb, silly, stupid thing. And then, like, oh, this is what's going to happen. No, they went that way instead? God, this is so lame and just underwhelming. Nick? 9 out of 10? 8.5?
I think I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. But I haven't just rewatched the first Nobody, which I always really liked. I like that movie maybe more the second time. Like, I really like the first Nobody. It's got a much more serious, dour tone to it than this movie. And for being only like a tiny bit longer than Nobody 2, it feels shorter because like there's just so much good stuff in that movie. The home invasion scene is so good. Like, there's so like I'm a choreography person for sure. Like, I focus on that.
You're
a
an
lot.
animation guy,
And
now you're a choreography guy.
Those are my-
Pick a lane, buddy.
Just the master of it all.
Just those two things specifically, really. Those are my two things I really like. And I think the first one has a lot of underrated choreography in it. And definitely a lot of good stuff in the finale of the first one. Like it's not really a warehouse, but he owns something. I don't know. When in that scene, there's a lot of good traps that make sense. And they're really like RZA has a moment where he like pulls this thing and it like pulls this guy out a window and the camera follows him get launched out, and even like Bob Hutch has a front facing enemy bomb thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he puts it like out this big piece of glass that he's using as a shield while the mob dude's shooting at him, and he from behind it just runs at him and pulls it when he gets right in front of him. So awesome. There's so much good shit in that first movie that I like it way more. Like, I think I'd give that movie an 8.5, where I gave this a 6.5. So it's like a huge step down.
And the director of this did The Night Comes for Us and The Shadow Strays.
Oh, I love
and it's like those have some amazing fights in it, and I don't think none of it translated to this movie.
There's no. I mean, Steve was saying that he thought the choreography was pretty good. I guess maybe the boat scene had. No, actually, I would say guess the opening scene had some stuff in it that I liked. But that's the peak of the choreography for me, because after that, I think all the action is extremely forgettable. I think the end is super underwhelming. There's really, like he was saying, also people running towards you with the guns. There's a fucking scene where I forget the guy's name, mustache guy that you were saying didn't need to be in it, who's helping them at the end. He's like kind of limping away from them, and he goes like around this corner, and like because he's being chased. And I fully expected the enemies that were coming at him to be really far away, but they were like right there on him with all guns.
Yeah, shoot through that corner.
Shoot him. If he was that close, that means he was 8 feet in front of them. Like, that was so stupid.
Yeah. And little things like when he's beating up the guys in the arcade, he pulls out the claw machine thing and then just hits a guy with it, then throws it down.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that hitting the one guy over and over again with the
whack-a-mole thing.
Those things don't hurt that much.
I know.
I think that part was fun though.
It's but you just grab him by the ear and you smash the moles with just the head. You don't even need the mallet.
Yeah.
You pull his arms behind his back and make him headbutt all of them.
Yeah, I mean, and I could see you like why you would like that. For me, I didn't like any of the sillier routes they went. Like I said, I just watched the first one, and there's like I don't know how fresh it is in your guys' mind, but that movie's that movie's not a fun movie.
Yeah.
Like,
the funniness is Bob Odenkirk is doing punches.
Yeah, that's really it. Other than that, like, it's real serious. It's really good. Like, that's my kind of movie. And one other thing I'll say about this one, something was off, and maybe you said this while I was upstairs. with Christopher Lloyd, like never takes his sunglasses off.
No.
It's
I
almost
think he
like,
looks real old
I
now.
think that's what it is
Yeah.
too. And if that's the case, I almost wish they'd have done what you said, where he's just like a phone call scene.
Yeah.
He didn't need to be in this on top of a tower shooting,
Yeah.
and surviving a grenade.
A grenade.
Come on, the dude can't even survive the sun. He's got
Yeah.
sunglasses on.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Hey, at least he's walking around. There are some people, like, if you watch the last couple of things I was going to call him Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson has done in Marvel, he's just sitting down.
Yeah, that
Or
makes
he's
sense.
standing leaning against a wall. Like, they're getting to an age where they could only do so much, or it's obvious. I remember watching Captain Marvel, and he's younger in that,
Yeah.
and then they de-age him, but he's still running like an old man.
Yeah.
So it's like they could only do so much, and that's fine. But get him out of there.
Yeah.
Don't let this be Christopher Lloyd's last thing. Come on.
Yeah, and he's. It's just weird seeing him wear sunglasses the entire movie.
Yeah.
He never takes them off, and I knew that was the reason.
Mhm.
It's like he just probably looks ancient.
Yeah.
Um,
Right off with a word of just like, oh, I had a bender last night. And then the next day, it's just like, still wearing sunglasses? Like, had another bender last
Dad,
night.
I know you had cataracts. Or something
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm totally fine. Didn't love it. Huge step down from the first one.
Yeah.
And
August has been kind of a weird, big releases. Like,
Yeah.
July, hella stuff. August, not as much.
or as much, but not.
As much quality. It's like,
Yeah.
we get better things, like Weapons is really good, but
Yeah.
like, looking at what came out this week, what is coming out next week,
Yeah,
it's
next
a lot
week.
of, it's bizarre.
It's just we're about to talk.
Yeah,
about
so let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Next week, there's Relay,
that was
Riz
that
Ahmed
was a
movie.
mystery movie. I've read some people say about.
Okay. Trust, which is the one we were talking about, the Game of Thrones lady, Jonah Hill, or not Jonah Hill, the Jonas Brothers' wife,
Oh, Sophie
Turner.
Turner, yes.
A movie with her in it.
Okay. Heard of that one.
Honey Don't,
That's the big one.
you know,
Big one.
yeah, big one. And then Eden, which has a ton of people in it, but
Is that a no? Not really, Scott.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard,
that's
yeah.
what it is,
But apparently very polarizing. You know, you love it or you hate it, sort of thing.
I'm interested in that for the plot of it.
Yeah, I'll watch all of them. Relay's a little low on my list, but
Also, though, the Fathom Events, the movie I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I sent you the trailer. I don't know if you ever watched it like a month ago for Primitive War.
oh yeah.
We are getting that, but you got to pay for it. But I'm gonna pay for it.
I want to see.
Unless I go during the day and it's only Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3:40 p.m. every single day. That's it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to squeeze it in, hopefully on Friday,
Okay.
and maybe do the whole thing that we've done in the
Sneak
past.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm willing to pay for that one.
I'm willing to pay for that.
It looks
fun.
it looks really the CGI is like really impressive. Like
for that level of movie. Yes, we covered it on our last episode.
okay, yeah. I'm really excited for that movie. So
Yeah. So hey, 5 things for you to watch, Steve. It's going to be pretty hectic for you.
God.
All right. Anybody final words? Pose, Nick. You want to plug your stuff? You never do, but you might as well.
nah,
All right. I'll tag you in the Instagram post.
sounds good.
All right. Well, if you want to get in contact with us, we are at WRPLpodcast@gmail.com. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky. As always, I'm Ben,
And I'm Steve.
and keep consuming.